back to my channel. You're welcome back to Adora Hack. My name is Adora. I kind of look sleepy right now because I've had a very long day, but I didn't want this makeup to waste, and I had a video that I was supposed to shoot, so I'm like, you know what, today is the perfect time. I'm already dressed up, let me just come here and do this video real quick. So today's video is going to be a Q&A for people in their early tech careers. I asked you people on social media, what questions do you have if you are in your early career? What would you like to know about maybe how my own career was when I started, tips and tricks, anything that could help you. And a few people sent in their questions. There are a bunch of questions here, but I will take only the first 5. But before we get right into this video, I would really want to appreciate Udacity for sponsoring this video. In case you do not know what Udacity is an online platform that allows people to learn and gain digital skills. It's a platform where you go online, you take courses, you learn things, and you can gain digital skills. If you're trying to be a web developer, mobile developer, program manager, AI developer, AR, VR developer, a lot of different things. If you're trying to learn the introductory programming courses, which I would always advise people to take. If you're trying to learn how to write Python, if you're trying to learn, Kotlin for Android development, a lot of things, I would advise you to jump on this and to check out Udacity. And I really understand that Udacity nano degrees could be expensive for some people, which is why I'm telling you today that Udacity is currently running a promo where they're giving 75% off. No jokes, 75% off nano degrees. This is the best time to get a Udacity nano degree. And if you use my promo code, which is going to be listed on the screen, you will be able to get that 75% discount. This discount is valid from now till the 31st of December 2021. So I would advise you, I would beg you, I would urge you to take advantage of this as soon as you can, because if you are trying to, especially if you are a beginner in tech, if you are early stage and you are trying to gain new skills, Udacity nano degrees are a good place to start. I personally know a lot of people that have used their nano degrees as stepping stones to furthering their career and doing really amazing things. So now let's get back into the video. So like I said, let me just unlock my laptop real quick. So like I said, I'm going to be taking the first 5 questions. So the first question is from Saint Malik. So I asked people, okay, what's your name and what's your question? And it doesn't have to be your real name, in case you maybe want to ask me something about a job and you don't want your employer to know, okay? So I understand that totally. So the first question is from Saint Malik, and Saint Malik says, how do they manage academics and tech careers? How do they do it? How do they balance the two? Well, I know why you're asking this question, because personally I did it. Background story here for some of you that might not know. I went to the university, and while I was in the university, I was working an internship. It was supposed to be a 6-month-long internship, but it ended up being 2 years. So while I was in school, I was working the internship, and I still managed to come out of the university with a first class. So once in a while I actually get this question asked, because people are like, how did you do it? How are you able to go to school and still go to work? They didn't sack you when you were working and you didn't drop from first class. How did you do it? I'm going to tell you how. So I'm somebody that plans my time a lot, right? Some of my friends, they used to laugh at me that this one is robots, this one, a life is timetable. I allocate time to things. Let me just put it that way. It's not like I'm the kind of person that says, okay, 5 o'clock to 5 p.m. I say 5 o'clock to 5 p.m. I'm like, what else would I say? Oh, 5 o'clock to 5:30, I should be having dinner. 5:30 to 6:30, I should be sleeping. 6:30, that's not what I mean. All I know is that I allocate time for things that are important to me in a day. Now, during that time, like right now, during that day, I could do it at any time. It doesn't matter. Let me just put it like this. I know that when I come back from school every day, I like to spend 1 hour going over things that I had read, like things that we were taught today, so that it's fresh in my memory and it stays there. One thing about me, when I learn something, immediately I learn it. I don't understand what the lecturer was saying. I will come back to my hostel. I would spend an hour going through everything that was taught that day, and that's it. Because like I'm one of those people, I'm not one of those rush, you know, when it's close to exam, come and be reading. When I'm reading something, I like to read it and know that I actually understand what I'm reading. I'm not reading to pass, I'm reading to understand. So because of that, it's always easy for me to read when the thing that was said is still fresh in my head. So I take some time. I'm not saying it's 1 hour, but like normally I will take like some time every day, that okay, when I come back from school, I should take some time, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, to go through everything I had learned that day, and also do assignments if I have any, and that is it. The most important thing for me that I know is I'm a very resourceful person. Like, I don't do 100% of things myself, but I know how to get 100% of things done, if that makes sense. So now that's the academics part, me being resourceful and me reading something immediately I was taught, so it sticks in my head and I'm able to go. Now the work part, I had a conversation with the people that I was working with, that I'm a student, so I'm in school, so I might not be able to give you 9 to 5, but best believe that if you need work from me, it's going to get done. So there were some days that I wouldn't call into the office because I'm in school, but when I have work, I'm getting it done. They are seeing pull requests, they are seeing all these things, I'm communicating, I'm sending text, maybe like, you know, to my manager or whoever is important, and everybody's just aware that okay, this person is working, even if this person is working asynchronously. So I think what's important to do is over communicate. And if you're a student and you want to gain that work experience because you feel it's important before you come out of school, communicate with your employer that I'm a student, I am competent, I can work, but I also need you to know that once in a while I would have classes and I cannot leave my classes to come out and take your call. And like, people should find a balance, agree or something, and just move. The next question is from Timothy. Timothy has 2 questions. Timothy says, how do you build yourself technically, or what are the things to know to make oneself capable to work for a big tech company like Microsoft, Tesla, Google, etc.? I don't think programming languages or technologies are important. I can tell you that yes, I'm working at Microsoft today and I write a lot of C#, I write some TypeScript, and there are some people that write Python on my team. But in a different part of Microsoft, some people are writing C++, people are writing a lot of Python, people are writing a lot of JavaScript. So I will not say, oh, if you want to work in Microsoft, go and learn C#, focus on it. That's where, I'm not going to say that. All I'm going to tell you, like I always say, is that if you are maybe a CS student, take your CS degree seriously. If you're not a CS student, learn, like find other ways that can help you learn the fundamentals of programming. And like I said, Udacity is also a good place to start because they have some of these courses. Learn data structures, learn algorithms, learn problem solving skills, and also like build, you know, contribute to projects, work on personal projects, make open source contributions, let people see your work in public. And because that's how people would reach out to you and all of that. And for non-tech skills like soft skills, I feel like if you're someone that can communicate, if you're someone that understands that only you cannot do everything, you are working with people on your team, you are building for people, customers, that's you embracing interdependence. If you are somebody that, you know, embraces learning, and if you are somebody that is proactive, you are going to succeed. I'm just going to tell you that. So I will go to Timothy's second question, which is, how do you go about a request for a pay increase from your employer as a junior developer when this increment is deserved? 2 ways I can tell you. Number 1, just plainly ask, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't ask, you will not know. Have a conversation. Talk about, oh, okay, these are the last few things that you've done, this is how you've made impacts in this company, and because of that you think that you want to get a pay increase, or even drop an idea and be like, this is what you are thinking about, you know, how you want to do this feature or how you want to do this product or something, and you're like, okay, this is my idea, I want to be a part of, you know, getting this idea from its inception to the, like, you know, release. And maybe you can now say, once we ship this, I would want to get a raise. If you are patient and you can wait to shipping this. If you are not patient, however, and you've done things that have made impact in the past, you can bring them up and be like, see, I want to get a raise. Or you can get an offer somewhere else that is a lot higher and try and use that offer to negotiate a raise in your company. You can do that. But I also want to drop this advice that if it is looking like tug of war to negotiate this thing, it might be clear that these people don't care about you. And if you have or these people don't care about you, or they're not making a lot of money, because that's also that's also a thing, or maybe they're not making a lot of money, whatever the case is, if you realize that that situation is not for you, you can carry your bag and go, and that's totally fine as well. So let me go to the next question. This question is from Gifts, and she says, I did arts in school, can I go into tech? Of course you can. Your next question, how do you start your career in tech? I'm just going to tell you, I wrote an article about this last year. It's called Crawl, Walk, Run, Fly, how to go from newbie to experienced developer, or something like that. I don't remember the title, but I'm going to leave the link in the description so you can check it out. It's basically just saying that you should do some research first. When you do some research about the kind of fields that exist in tech, try new things, you know, see the ones that you like, and then try and learn about them. As you're learning about them, also make sure that you're learning the fundamentals in tech. Once you're done with, like, you know, the fundamentals of programming, fundamentals of computing, all of that stuff, then you can now think about, you know, what particular thing, like based on the research you did before, what area do I want to go into? And then you can either take like a course, like an actual proper course in that thing. You start looking for jobs, start contributing to tech in your own way. I also want to mention that in this Q&A, I asked people that they should leave their portfolios because I created a Google form. They should leave their portfolios, links to their portfolios, and I would add them to this video. So please, if you feel like you might have great opportunities for junior engineers in their early career, please check out these portfolios that are linked as well, and I know they would appreciate it, and I would appreciate it too. So the fourth question is from Abdul Malik, and Abdul Malik says, how would you advise someone who has no background in computer science or related courses and is really interested in the XR space but is really finding it difficult to understand how to code? The other aspects of XR development like Unity and 3D modeling has been an easy ride so far, but definitely not the coding part. I'll tell you to take deep breaths and calm down. If you really want to code, I think that you can if you want to do it, but you have to calm down. I think that you should take courses, because you're talking about Unity. To do Unity, you will write C#, right? And to know even how to, like, to think about writing C# in the first place, you should know how to program. So I would advise you to start with the fundamentals of programming, and then from then you can now go into C# as well. And then once you're able to write like normal C# without Unity being inside or anything like that, not even with ASP or .NET or anything like that, like just be able to build some console applications, like create a random problem in your head and then build it out maybe in a console app. Once you can do that like 5 times and you are sure that, oh okay, I've learned this C#, then you cannot bring in your C# knowledge into Unity. But if you've not properly learned C# and you're trying to copy, because Unity is a whole lot, you're thinking about, you know, the scene in its own, and then you're thinking about how the objects in the scene interact with each other. you want to code behaviors for each object, you want to like code their different interactions. It can be a lot if you don't understand how to handle events, the concepts of programming and things like that. So you might want to just go back, learn that, and then come back. And I wish you luck when you do. Okay, so this question is from Sophie, and Sophie, I hope I pronounced your name right. Sophie says, what are my chances of getting into FANG as just a front-end developer? I'm currently studying data structures and algorithm because it looks like all the software engineering roles are leaning towards back-end or full stack. I'm not a front-end engineer, so I can't give you the direct answer that you want, but I believe that top tech companies have front-end engineering roles as well. They have a lot of JavaScript roles, and you can find and choose one of them and just, you know, work with it. This is a shameless plug. I recently wrote a book on cloud engineering. Please go check it out if you're trying to get into the cloud space. I would personally appreciate it. If you get the book before October 31st, 2021, you would get it at a 20% discount because I'm currently doing pre-order. So it's sort of like on pre-order between October 1st and October 31st, 2021. It's a cloud engineering book. It's going to help you understand the concept of the cloud engineering, the different career paths in cloud engineering, and it's also going to help you understand how to navigate these paths. On that note, I am done. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you liked it, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to me, please make sure that you subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you once again for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.